Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? My name is Reese, and welcome back to the Minecraft 2025 Let's Play Adventure! Today is Tuesday, September the 23rd. Tuesdays are our project days, which is why I'm back here at the foundations of what is going to be our big, beautiful church. The biggest, most beautiful church you've ever seen. Today we are going to work on building up the walls, the roof. Gotta have a steeple. Maybe stick a bell up in there. I don't know. We're gonna wait and see. Maybe some stained glass windows. I'm not sure how far we're gonna get today. I'm not planning on completing the church. Certainly not doing the interior. But I wanted to try to figure out what we're building the thing out of, and at least try to get a bit of a design idea going. Because right now I've got nothing. Also, watch this. Okay, never mind. Looking at the available types of materials that we've got on display here. Obviously, the majority of the thing is going to be built out of wood. What type of wood? Not yet decided. I'd like to go with something that's currently underrepresented on the island. So we don't have a lot of birch constructs, but I also don't like the birch log. So birch wood is okay, but I don't like the birch log. And I want the corners to be log. I want to build the steeple corners out of log. I'm looking at our options here. Obviously, my favorite is the pale oak. I'm a big fan of it. We use it pretty extensively on our house, though. Spruce is also an option, and spruce is a little bit slept on. We don't use a lot of spruce. Spruce might look good alongside the... I mean, we used a lot of spruce in one thing that we built, but we don't talk about that, do we? Spruce might look good alongside the floor, which is 100% quartz. I think that might be a good option. Do we use spruce log? Maybe. We could also use dark oak log. We could use regular oak log. Maybe we go spruce, though. Maybe we spruce it up a little bit. And then, I mean, I'm looking over here at my brick options, and to be honest with you, there's some interesting ones here that we could go with. I was tempted to go tough, but I don't know if I want to use the exact same type of material that the library is built out of, when the library is also a very large structure directly next to the church. So, I'm having some difficulty there. I'm thinking maybe we grab some regular stone. I was looking at brick. But I don't like bricks in Minecraft. I don't like bricks in real life. I don't like red bricks. I don't find them to be a nice-looking material. It feels too industrial to me. I'm not a fan. So, obviously, the rain's going to put a bit of a damper on things. Because, gosh darn, I was going to try to build in the sunlight. And that's not going to happen now. How wide do we want this thing to be? My initial idea was... Well, first off, these are going to be where we place the corners. And so... 1, 2, 3 blocks in the middle, and then maybe there and there are the corners. Okay, and obviously these posts aren't going to be inside the building, but I need to have them there for reference as I build up the steeple. Is it dark? Is it getting dark as well? Can I just go to bed? That'd be swell if I could just go to sleep. Alright, a new day dawning, sunny, bright, and clear. Back to get to work we go. Wow, what a sentence. Don't you know that made no sense at all? I'm trying to decide if the bottom layer is also going to be stone, and then above that we start building with the plankage. Like this. Also, there's going to be big windows that we need to keep in mind. Something like that, maybe. And maybe even taller than that, actually. I guess I should go ahead and... You know what? I'm going to leave the ones in the supply box, and I'm going to go grab a stack of scaffolding. In fact, I'm going to grab 2 stacks, because you never know how much scaffolding you might need. This stuff is very handy. It's very useful. So if we go up another 2 blocks... I did not mean to place that one there, but that'll leave room for very large windows here at the front to let in a lot of that morning light. Yes, I think I like that. Oh my gosh, what happened to this build? Did something happen to my home? Such that a lot of buildings had their roofs destroyed? Was there just a really bad storm at one point and lightning struck all over the place? Do I need to have lightning rods on all of my buildings? It's starting to feel like I need to have lightning rods. It hit the barn, it hit the library, it's out of control! Control! The sun is about to set. And I would have thought I'd be further along by the end of the first day. But there's the grand staircase going up to the beginnings of what may well end up being It looks a little stubby, doesn't it? I think it needs to be a bit taller for a steeple. But we've got to get the foundations laid, and we need to figure out sort of the basic shapes and everything. So we're getting there. It's a good first start. Day 2 or 3 if you count that first day where we just kind of walked around the foundations and talked about what we were going to do before, you know, the rain started falling. Where I'm at right now is I'm not too sure if I like how flush that is. You know what I mean? Like, it goes directly from here into this. And I don't know if I like that. I feel like it's such a flat-fronted building at the moment. It's that issue, though, of, like, how do we add depth without bringing the logs on the side out more? I like how it looks over there. You know, and the 2 side pieces, that looks good. Maybe we just own it, and you know what? We can probably offset it some by having a roof come off the top of the steeple and stick out on the sides. And that might give, like, the appearance of a little bit more depth. I think this should be twice the size of the rest of the building. So we're going to go up another 4 blocks. Those go from the ground up 8 blocks. So this is going to go up 16 total. Is that better, though? Okay. Let's see if we like this a little bit more. Yeah, we do. We do. I also made a circle door because I like them. It's fun.
Churches aren't supposed to be fun. A circle door in a church is fun.
We can leave the sides, I guess, because I don't know what else to do. I feel like I need to build the roof and figure out where it's going to sit before I build the roof on the steeple and figure out how to design it. And unfortunately, we are running out of spruce logs. Do we have more downstairs? I don't remember what was in the basement. We'll go check. Well, I have some of these stripped ones. And I've got trees. I guess I could just grow them. It's more convenient than tracking down a forest. I mean, I know where there's a forest, but I could just grow them here. Something I thought about for the roof was rather than using Hello. No, not in the church. Please, no. No creepers in the church, please. Thank you. This is not a Catholic church.
Shots fired!
Anyway, I was thinking about doing the roof like this. Instead of using planks or anything, even though I know this is going to be much more painful to manufacture, because I'm going to have to collect a bunch of logs. We don't have to. We can just use a different type of plank. If we want to have a different color roof, which we do, that's the goal for me. I wanted the roof to be a different color than the rest of the structure, and this is a way to do it. Alternatively, we could just go with more dark oak stairs. Right? Like, we use dark oak over there, and I think it looks pretty good, which is the only reason why I wouldn't want to use it over here, but I definitely don't want to use spruce because it's just going to match the walls. I want a different colored material, and when you look at our options, there are a lot of them. I mean, we could use polished andesite stairs, but the stone roof would be really heavy and impractical. The more I look at it, though, the more I think, dang, that would look kind of cool. How much polished andesite? Well, how much andesite do I have? I'd assume that none of it is polished, because I don't remember ever using andesite for anything, so I don't know when I would have gone about polishing it, but andesite itself should be in one of these chests. This one, maybe? Oh yeah, we got a bit of andesite. We have enough. We could make this happen. Do we want to make this happen? You know what? Let's experiment with it a bit. Because, you know, nothing's going to hurt if we go ahead and just skip directly to polished andesite stairs. We don't have any plans to use andesite for literally anything else at any point in the known future. So I could just crawl up on that roof, start slapping this stuff down, see how it looks. It doesn't matter if it's heavier than the church. That doesn't matter. It's a video game. We can do what we want to. We could have the church floating 3 feet in the air if we so desired. That's a thing that's within our ability. Go Fish had a song about, like, having your own church. That was fun. You know? I'm not saying yeah. I like it. I like it maybe for a different project. Like, for instance, since we're not using it anywhere else, what about using andesite on the church, like, instead of using stone bricks? What else can you do with andesite? As it happens, not a lot. But we're using stone brick in so many other places, I think the time might have come to do something else. Yeah, no, this is the new age, folks. This is the beginning of a new era and the dawning of a new age. You know, it's not as nice in the bright light of day. I'm not so sure I like it so much anymore. I'm having second thoughts about this. It's okay when it's in the shade. Look at this over here, though. Is it really all that much different? Is it really? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I don't know about this. I'm nothing if not reckless, so let's charge ahead recklessly. That's also not true. I'm not a particularly reckless person. Yeah. You know what? We're sticking with it. Even if it's a mistake, we're sticking with it. And one of those trees finally grew. Yes, we could force them to grow, but I was kind of hoping that with just given enough time, we wouldn't need to. Oh yeah, we haven't actually stopped to sort out what we're doing with the roof. We're definitely not going with that. It's just not right. It's just not what is meant to be. That's not going to be the case. I'm struggling to not just use the dark oak stairs, because it is similar enough, but like it needs to be a contrast. Do we just go strip log? Do we just go strip log? Like, my issue with it is that it's too similar in color to the spruce planks. Right? Like, look at it. It's not different enough, I don't feel like. It's gotta be different. I'm being driven bonkers with this. This shouldn't be that complicated. I'm gonna go to bed, and when I wake up, I'm gonna put dark oak stairs on the roof. No, I'm not! No, I'm not! No! No! I'm gonna take some across the way, though, and fix that roof. No, I'm not! That's a project for later! We're putting that off till Thursday. Roof repairs on Thursday. I'm not leaving this basement until I figure this out. Okay. I thought about slabs, right? I thought maybe we use regular oak slabs, but we don't. That's not what we do. The roof being a lighter color looks weird. It has to be a darker color. What if we made the roof out of spruce and we made the walls out of regular oak? I mean, I know I've already built all the walls, and I'd have to rebuild them. What if I just build the roof out of spruce? What if? This is so ridiculously absurd that I'm having this much trouble. All right. I relented. This side is spruce. This side is dark oak, which is hard to see because it's in the shade and surrounded by these. But you just kind of have to trust me when I tell you that it is better. I have to confess that it is better. And it's what we're going with. Oh, hello there. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'll take this. Boom. One side finished, except for the bottom. Also, I am running out of the dark oak now. And we don't have dark oak planks growing. We have spruce ones growing. So that's an issue. I am heading back to the dark oak forest. Not at night! What am I doing? This is a terrible idea. What an awful, awful idea to go back to the dark oak forest at night. Oh, jeez. I was trying to land on the balcony without dying. What I like is that the ones that I left last time are still here, right? Because all of these chunks unloaded, so these leaves never finished breaking, these trees never grew. Every time you leave chunks, it's like leaving a part of the world frozen for a moment in time. And there's something about that. It's a little bit poetic. Alright, I think I've got enough lumber to be getting on with. And it's starting to get dark, and I can't believe I sustained damage there, albeit a tiny amount, but still. Oh. Okay. Alright. Lovely, lovely. Obviously not finished. Gotta do the underside. Buddy, it is dark in this place. I think I'm gonna have to have an offhand torch to finish this, just so I can actually see what I'm doing. Ugh. Okay. This is done. I had to build a bit of scaffolding to get this accomplished, alright? I'm okay with it. I'm pleased. So far, so good. We're not centered up anymore. I forgot all this was out here. I think that having that be there, turned down and inward, definitely changes the look of the roof in a way that I like. I like that this guy's sticking around. He's ready for the first service. We're gonna have to go up higher with this, I've determined. At least another 4 blocks. and then we have to put the cap on it. It only just occurred to me that I built this wrong. It's 4 wide here and it's 3 wide here, and I meant to have them be equal. So the steeple is not a perfect square. Not that I think it really matters at all, but it bothers me. I also can't center up a bell in it, you know. Didn't think about that, so there's not going to be a bell in the steeple. I guess we could build like a big gold one, like out of gold blocks, and say it's a bell. Do we extend this thing out 1 more block to make it square? No. No, we don't. Boop, boop. And if we have a look at it from down below... Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculously tall, but it's supposed to be. Here we go, right? Like, it's not gonna really be in the shape of a bell. It's just gonna be like a giant golden... Oh, I actually meant to set it back some. Yeah, that's a problem, because this thing is, like, awkwardly shaped. Why don't we just do that right there? Tell me. That's a bell, right? We're all in agreement that that's a big... beautiful bell! We could also, maybe if we don't want it to be a gold bell, maybe it'd make more sense to make it out of iron or bronze. Comment down below, let me know. Because bells typically aren't made of gold, but one of those two could work. Oh heavens, I fell. Trying to figure out where to put the lanterns. Put them up there. Right next to the bell. What does that look like from down below? Does that look ridiculous? Yes. I say we put the lanterns down here, out of view, but they glow up into this space. You know what? We need to make some regular rockets that I can use for traversal around here, so that I don't keep wasting these sort of high travel rockets on things like trying to get onto a roof. But also, we're done with the exterior, and we're done for the day. Obviously, there's a lot of work left to be done. We have not put in the stained glass windows yet, or even really decided where they're going to be. The front of it is still kind of bland. We need to do some more texturing, more polishing, in order to get that down. And on the inside, we need to add pews, figure out where we're going to stick the cleric. Maybe just like in this corner here. Add a second one over here at some point if we need 2 clerics. I don't know why we would. But add a little place up here for the gentleman to speak, and we should be good to go. I'm thinking it's looking okay. It's not the grandest build ever. It's simple. It's very wooden, but it is distinct from the library, which was a concern that I had when I started. I was like, this is just going to be 2 really big buildings next to each other. I want to make sure they look different, and they do. I do think we did a good job with that. I don't know about the plank, but I wanted it to be built of wood. And so I went with that, kind of sent it, and I think it turned out okay. I'm not angry or upset with how it turned out. I think it looks all right. I kind of wish I'd made this thing 1 block thicker. You know, that was the intention, and I kind of messed it up a little bit, but I guess in some ways it worked out, because we got that bell centered up in there. And we will continue this next time. Till then, thank you folks for watching. God bless you. Well, to be clear, we're not continuing this next time. That'll be like next Tuesday, our final project day in the church. We'll decorate the inside and outside and move our one and only cleric in there. Tomorrow is it Wednesday? Are we going back to slay the dragon again? I feel like these days are creeping up on me faster and faster every time. No idea what I'm going to do to face the dragon this time. Fighting it with gold was a bit of a disaster, honestly. So I don't know what we'll do, but we'll figure it out. Till then, thank you folks for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.